Hey there, welcome back to your News at 4. I'm meteorologist Julia Quady. So we're still dealing with some very intense and dangerous heat here in the coastal bend, so much so that we've been seeing these daily occurrences of us having to have those heat advisories going into place. That happens yet again for us today as we end our work week here on this Friday. Again, to all of that in just a few more moments. Right now, though, taking a look at our CCAC Skycam over Snoopy's Pier, we can see that we're dealing with some mostly sunny skies, a little bit some cloud cover passing through over to the distance over near the JFK Causeway, but for the most part, we are dealing with some mostly sunny conditions. That's only contributing to that intense heat that we're seeing with us here all across the coastal bend. And like I mentioned, another day here, we're having those heat advisory going into effect here across most locations all across the coastal bend. So every county here that you see on this map shaded in orange, that means you are under a heat advisory that went into effect around noon this afternoon. It continues to be in place until 7 o'clock this evening. So all these areas will be experiencing the most intense and brutal heat for us this afternoon. Of course, that means our feel-like temperatures will be varying between 110 all the way up to 114 degrees for an extended period of time this afternoon. So we've been harping on it day after day here, but of course just making sure you understand the seriousness of the situation, because this is some dangerous heat that we are dealing with here in the coastal bend. You want to make sure you're drinking plenty of water, limiting your time outdoors while you can, taking time to spend time indoors and get plenty of air conditioning to cool off. And also you want to make sure that you're not leaving anything in the car behind you, so you want to make sure you look before you lock, because it's the type of weather where if you leave anyone or anything in the car, that could lead to a very dangerous situation very quickly and easily. And taking a look at our current conditions in terms of our temperatures and feel-like temperatures, this shows exactly why we need those heat advisories in place for us for this afternoon. Here in Corpus Christi, we're currently sitting at 94 degrees for our air temperature, but our feel-like temperature, we're sitting at 113 when you step outdoors. Over in Robstown, you guys are sitting at 93 degrees. Your feel-like temperature also matching at 113. And over in Kingsville, you guys are sitting at 96 degrees, but your feel-like temperature is over at 118 degrees for us this afternoon. So again, very scorching, brutal heat that we're dealing with here in the coastal bend. So make sure, again, you're practicing all your heat safety tips just to stay on the safe side. And taking a look at our feel-like temperatures, thankfully they will start to decrease as we head into later hours this evening around 7 o'clock, and we're expecting, of course, those heat advisories to eventually expire. That's when we're going to start to see our feel-like temperatures begin to decline and getting a little more bearable, getting into the lower 100s and then to the lower 90s as we start to approach the late night hours and closer to midnight for tonight. And also we are tracking a little bit of some stray rain chances coming to the forecast, potentially late overnight into early tomorrow morning on your Saturday. Again, there's going to be stray to isolated showers at best, not going to be completely of a washout at all for anyone here in the coastal bend. And to be quite honest, our best rain chances is actually going to be on your Sunday compared to your Saturday. Again, it's going to be very light, isolated at best, so not any significant rainfall or beneficial rainfall that we're expecting this weekend here in the coastal bend. And speaking of your weekend forecast, condition-wise is what we're expecting for us here. We're going to see our temperatures will continue to be pretty much the same thing that we've been seeing all week, remaining to be into the mid-90s. We'll be under some still mostly sunny skies, see some breezy conditions as well for us here in the coastal bend, as we've seen already for us here this afternoon. It'll continue throughout the weekend. So for the most part, nice conditions for you if you have any plans this weekend. But again, just be aware there's that chance to see a couple stray showers that may have a little bit of thunder associated with them, particularly on your Sunday. And also, we are still tracking that chance for us to see some Saharan dust making its way to the coastal bend. And at best, time frame wise, we're expecting that to start to make its way to the area on your Sunday. So again, if that heat isn't enough to maybe make you rethink maybe spending too much time outdoors, that Saharan dust definitely will, because especially folks who may be a little bit more sensitive to that, you may want to adhere to maybe spending a little more time indoors. Again, stray showers this weekend as we dry out to early next week.